Hey guys, I am Kopalchuck and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing a little bit about new Arena Breakout Infinite Season, Crimson Edge. Season 2 has been live for a little over 3 weeks. I believe it's been really good so far, and now that the excitement has worn thin, it's time to discuss what I believe went right and what went wrong. Just in case you're a new viewer, you live under a rock, Arena Breakout Infinite is a tactical extraction shooter that drops you into high-stakes firefights where every bullet, every step, and every decision matters. Loot, survive, and extract, or lose everything. Think Escape from Tarkov, but faster pace, simple medical mechanics, and tons of quality of life enhancements. But don't get me wrong, it may not be on the Tarkov level of hardcore. However, it still brings intense firefights. One of the best changes they have done in this season to me is the farm map changes. The changes done to farm adding new sections such as south farmhouses near Villa, small hall area near recycling, along with the forest near stables, adds at least 40% more play area and has really changed the feel of the farm, forcing players to adapt. There's also been some changes near cemetery and artificial lake, effectively killing previous choke points, of which operators like myself used to rat. This alone has forced operators to adapt and overcome. Honestly, I believe this was needed. I loved using those choke points to my advantage, but it sure did suck when you had to get through them to extract with a few mil in the backpack. The next thing that I'm really excited about, and I really enjoyed, is the new random extraction points on maps. After entering a raid, the team that will have a chance to obtain a random extraction point meets the random extraction condition to extract. Now this can be from anything to certain missions within the game, or to kill so many players, or to open up so many weapon containers or suitcases, stuff like that. I think that gives us a whole another way of creating the unknown in the game, and I think it's really nice to have that in this game, because sometimes it can become kind of repetitive. You get in, you loot, and you try to extract. Sometimes you're not seeing a whole lot of players, so this does give a little bit more randomness, because maybe you and your team are doing the same requirements for that extraction, and maybe y'all meet there. I've had a lot of excitement with it. I've had a lot of good luck with it, especially getting out with a good kit, and it's always been very helpful for me. I've really enjoyed having that in there now. Now let's talk a little bit about the new retrieval devices they've added into the game. This adds another way to help players earn money. And earning money is a good thing in ABI. We do need money. We got to have money to buy our kits, build our gear, stuff like that. The way you use these is you get to open one after you've killed a player, an actual player in the game. And you can put anything in that is not considered like equipment, like helmets, gear, chest plates, stuff like that. I'm not sure what all you can put in this, but I know you can't put helmets and guns and stuff like that in. But it's really, really nice because you can clear up a little bit of room to carry a little bit more out with you. So it's really added something to it. And it's also become a very heavily camped area too. So you kind of got to watch. It adds more of the unknown, like I said earlier. With that being said, now we got to talk about the inflation, the terrible market that we have currently. Season 2 really brought a really bad market to us. It's brought a really bad economy, and they really have to get that under control at some point soon. And now look how much they have risen since the last season, and that's quite a bit. I remember I used to buy this helmet for like 200k. Now it's 419. We come down here, we look at body armor. It's the same way. This was much cheaper. This was not 145, but I see some things over the last couple of days have kind of come down, but it also may be because I'm playing here at 4:39 in the evening, so there's more activity going on. There's more being up for sale, so there's less need. There's more supply than there is need for it, so some things are going down. This is up to 706,000. That hasn't always been that way. This was around 300 at one point, and everything just keeps going up. And like, I've got plenty of money. It's not really affecting me all that much, but the people that it is affecting are the new players that are just coming into the game, and they can't afford to get half the stuff that they need to be able to move. And I typically run T4 body armor. That's typically the most I'll run. I'll occasionally run this, but I never go up any further than that. T5's all you need. I'm not one of these guys that's always chudding out with T6. And right now, to be honest, there's not a whole lot of money to be made unless you kill multiple T5, multiple T4, multiple T6 guys. Especially when you look over at the helmets and you see how much T6 helmets are going for now. Which, I'm fine with that. I think I would like to see a lot less of this type of gear running. I would like for this type of gear to be found in raid. This type of gear needs to be something special. Needs to be something like, oh my god, I don't want to lose this, you know? And I'm not a guy that's got gear fear. But I think if you have something set to where it's found in raid only, I believe that it will bring more tactical decisions to be made when using that gear. Right now you got people that's got 300 plus million that can come out and just buy another one. I can buy another one a couple of times, but that's it, man. And honestly, I don't think making these PZ3 thermal sights cheaper is the answer either. And honestly, I don't think making the PZ3 thermal sight so much cheaper than it was the right way to go about the combating the head-mounted thermals. Honestly, this has just made Valley an absolute thermal fest. That's all it is now. I'm not claiming that I have the solution fixing the economy in the game, but there needs to be something that we can do with our coin that doesn't give us an advantage in the game, that gives us something like elite privileges. Let us buy elite privileges for 25 million a month. 25 million coin for a month of elite privilege. Do stuff like that. Now, you're going to be like, well, they gotta make money. And I understand that, they gotta make money. But look at World of Warcraft, they do that. This game called EVE Online, they do that. There's many other successful games out there that come up with a way to take money out of the economy. And that's the big thing we need to do right now. Money needs to be taken out of the economy, and it cannot give those players a real advantage over other players. That's just my 2 cents on it. I may be wrong. Let me know in the comments, guys. I appreciate y'all, and thank y'all so much for watching. I hope season 2 is going great for you guys. I know it's going great for me.